I hope that you have some pens and paper to write these down. I'm going to go really fast, but I believe that the replay will be available for some people. So just make sure that you're taking notes, and maybe I'll have some time to stop at the end and answer any questions. But we're going to talk about 5 powerful questions to reveal your purpose. So this is what I hope that you'll walk away with: clarity, excitement, and challenge. Clarity on your purpose, excitement about that purpose, and the challenge of how to get it started. So gaining clarity about your purpose is your responsibility. It's not your mom's responsibility, your dad's. It's not even God's responsibility. That's your responsibility. Your skill level is also your responsibility. Only you can increase your skill level. Only you can take the raw talent, the God-given raw talent that you have, and turn it into a skill that people are willing to pay you for. And your choices are your responsibility. Again, many of us come from a background, let's say, that's not so nice, wasn't ideal, but the choices that we make as a result in adulthood is still our responsibility and no one else's. At the end of your life, you'll be presented with one question: what did you do with your time on earth? Tomorrow isn't promised. Think about it. We've been living in a pandemic. I've lost relatives. Some of you have lost relatives. You've seen people here today, gone tomorrow, in a blink of an eye. We have no time to waste. So either we'll talk about doing great things or we're going to do them, right? So a person who takes no action has no advantage over a person who has no vision. So today we're going to seek clarity on the vision. So I hope you're ready for that.
Recording in progress.
Now, let's go to the next one. All right, so just to give a little background on me, here we go. Your purpose is waiting to be discovered, right? Your purpose is waiting to be discovered. I grew up poor in the St. Thomas Project, 9th Ward in New Orleans. If you look up that place, it's notoriously crime-ridden, poverty everywhere. I was a teen mom, abused by my first husband, escaped, went through Hurricane Katrina, lost everything, experienced homelessness. But at one point of my life, I encountered incredible mentors. And that's what changed something in me. It changed my mindset. I went from a person who had no direction in life to a person that was purpose-driven every day, right? In the matter of just a few short years, as my mind started to shift from, well, I just want to have a peaceful life, right? When you grow up in a tragic situation and you have a lot of dysfunction in your household, sometimes the dream is just to get out of that and live a peaceful life. That's all I wanted. I didn't want much in life. But how many of you know that what we want and what God has in store for us are two completely different things? We are ready to settle for whatever when God is saying, no, I'm not done with you yet. So that shift led me into 15 years of working in my purpose. Now, can I say that I've been in the center of my purpose at all times? No, because it was a journey. And understand that your purpose comes with a journey, and part of your purpose is for you to become someone over that journey. You will shift from the person in the beginning who, like myself, I didn't have much that I wanted in life, to a person who lives their life to help other people, right? So every year I was working with nonprofits. I learned a lot over that time. And now I feel like I'm living in the vision. I'm living in the center of my purpose, and I'm not done yet. Okay, so what is your purpose? What is your purpose? What is purpose? And do you have a sense of destiny? A sense of destiny. Let's go into what that means. Now, what is the purpose? What is that after all? Your purpose is to solve a problem. Everything created was created to solve a problem. A phone solves a communication problem. A stove solves a cooking problem. A mop solves a cleaning problem. It is in my opinion that the same thing is true when it comes to human beings. If you believe that we've been created by a divine creator who created the trees and created the lakes and everything flows within a purpose, then you have to assume that you also have a purpose, right? Or else you would have not been created. So, and the purpose uh, is to be able to solve a particular problem on the earth, right? So there's something that you are supposed to do, and only you can do it. There's no other you that's ever been born. You are the only you that exists. And your purpose is the problem that God created you to solve on this earth. Now, when I talked about a sense of destiny is an inner knowing that you have. It's a knowing that you're meant to do something special. You feel different. You don't fit in. And that's for a reason. It's because of your purpose. Okay, so I'm going to give you 5 keys to remember when you're pursuing your purpose. So before you even embark on this journey, if you haven't started yet, there's some things you need to keep in mind. Number 1, your purpose is your discovery, not your decision. It's not like choosing a career path. It's not that. It's something that you begin to understand and see as you go through it. It's something that was given by God and you don't know it. So you have to figure it out. So it's not something, oh, I choose to be this. No, it's you figuring out what you were created to do. The second thing is the greater your purpose is, the greater the price. Okay. So there's no one great that has lived on this earth that had it easy. So remember that once you decide to take this journey, it's not going to be easy. Number 3, you're the wrong person until the authentic you arises. The authentic you. Have you ever been in a situation where you felt like a fish out of water and you had to be something or become something that you're not in order to adapt to that situation? That's because it's not your purpose and you're being the wrong person to be in that environment. I'm not saying to leave that environment because every environment has a purpose in it and a lesson in it. But the authentic you is the you that you are created to be. Your personality, even your personality, is on purpose. And it is there to help guide even your preferences. It guides your purpose. The things about you that you don't even know why you like this or why you talk like this or why you act like this. All of these things work together for your purpose. Number 4, knowing who you are not is just as important as knowing who you are. Knowing who you are not. Sometimes we as human beings, we get confused. When we see a gift in someone else that we like, we assume that that's something that we should also pursue. Sometimes someone else's gift is something that we should enjoy, not replicate. So the important thing is that you understand that you can appreciate someone else's gift and know that that is not where God is leading you. So it's important to know who you are, but also who you are not. Why? So that you will stay on the right path. And number 5, design reveals function. So the things, even the way you looked, even where you come from, reveals function. What does that mean? I have this Febreze spray right here, right? Design reveals function. This is a container. Containers are used to hold something. This is a button of some sort. You push it, something comes out. The design of it, even if you didn't know what this was, and I took it back into the past and I showed this to somebody 50, 60 years ago, they may not know what it is, but they would be able to figure it out because of the design. Your design reveals your function. Look at yourself. Look at your characteristics. Look at your personality. These are clues to what you were put here to do. Even the way you look, the way you speak. The reason why I'm saying that is because there's some people who wonder, why do I look like this? Why was I made like this? Why am I different from everybody else? It's because of your purpose. All right, so I'm going to ask you the 5 questions to reveal your purpose. Maybe you've heard some of these questions. Um, some of you have never asked yourself things like this before. You don't have to answer the questions right now. These are questions I want you to think about, okay? Number 1, what are you willing to do every day of your life without being paid? What are you willing to do every day of your life without being paid? Another way to say that is, what would you do if every job paid the same thing? If every job paid $10 an hour, would you go to school 9 years to be a doctor? Or would you do something else? Your future is hidden in your daily routine. Dr. Mike Murdock says that your future is hidden in your daily routine. What that means is your assignment and purpose in life is something that you do so much and so well, you don't even notice it. It's camouflaged in everything that you do. You would do it if you weren't paid. That is what Reggie meant when she said you'll be able to do things that you love to do, things you would do anyway and get paid for them. Okay. Your assignment and purpose is something that you are currently doing right now. It's something that if I were to ask a friend of yours, they would say that you're good at this. And it may not be something you see as anything important or special, but it's something unique about you. The second question is, what do you enjoy doing? That's a part of your purpose. What do you enjoy doing? Your purpose is not something that you wouldn't enjoy. So don't think it's like that. It's not something that, oh, this is what's best for you. You're not going to like it, but it's what's best for you. No, your purpose is something that you would like. Okay. So your assignment and purpose is something that you would enjoy doing. It's something you wouldn't get tired of. What you love doing without anyone encouraging you is the authentic you. That's who you really are. Number 3, what comes easily for you, but is harder for others? What comes easily for you, but harder for others? That's a raw talent. It was given to you on purpose. It's something that you can do easily, but others struggle to do it. Your purpose and assignment is a natural ability that you already contain. Your personality complements that skill. So write those things down. Number 4, what problem in the world unleashes passion within you? What problem in the world unleashes passion within you? The reason why I ask that question is because the world is full of problems. There's problems going on continuously. And the truth of the matter is we don't care about all the world's problems at the same level. You care about one problem more than you care about the other. Maybe you care more about starving children than you do about animals going extinct, right? There's a reason for that. The reason is your purpose. You are more drawn and more concerned and passionate about something that you are assigned to fix. So it's something that makes you mad or sad. That is a clue to the authentic you. What angers you is a clue, and your pain is a clue. What angers you does not anger somebody else. You can tell me about a problem in the world. You could talk about, this happening over here, and it won't affect me as much because that's not the problem I'm here to solve. Okay. What problems inspire your creativity? Look at it that way is another way to ask yourself. Because if there's a problem in the world that you see and you have ideas on how you can fix it, that is unique. That is a clue. 5, this is the ultimate question of questions. And I say that because when I heard this question, I just was literally, like Reg said, she was knocked on her butt. I was knocked on my butt when I heard this question. I just sat there in awe because I never thought of it before. What would you attempt to do if you knew that you couldn't fail? The question that changed my life. If you knew that there was nothing that could stop you, what would you do? That is your assignment. If you had all the money and the time, the health, the youth, whatever you need at your disposal, what would you do? You know, there's a lot of people that we envy in this world because of the money that they come from. We look at who their fathers are and how rich they are. If you are a believer in God, you have a rich father. You have a father that has unlimited access to every resource that you need for your assignment. And if you are a believer, then you know the Bible says that everything that you need will come back to you wave after wave. It will be brought into you like roots draws up water to a tree from every point in the world, east, west, everywhere. You'll have blessings and different things that you need coming from nowhere, seemingly, when you start pursuing your assignment. A lot of people get stuck on that part. They think, oh, well, I can't start because I don't have this. I don't have this. I don't have that. I don't have that. As you go, it will come. And that's why you don't need to wait. Okay. Now, here are some benefits to pursuing your purpose. Number one, your purpose is the key to everything else you want in life. Your purpose is where your confidence, your happiness, your satisfaction, your money, your energy, your joy, everything you want comes through your purpose. When you're living in the center of your purpose, that is when all of those things start to become realized. I'm a living witness of that. I said that I was, working with nonprofits for 15 years. I didn't feel like I had all of those things during those times. And the reason why that is because once you decide to go on this journey with God and you decide his purpose for you is more important than whatever plans you had, like Reg talked about, now begins your equipping. Now you are put on a journey that will equip you with what is needed for you to become the person necessary to be positioned at this time to do what only you were put here to do. You cannot be that person overnight. You will never be that person overnight. That person is completely different from who you are. As great as you think you are right now, that person is not like you, because that person had to go through some things, lots of paradigm shifts, lots of lessons and trials. And everything you think you know can be unraveled and undone because you have to be rebuilt with the correct thinking. And so when you say, yes, I'm going to pursue my purpose, that's just the beginning. Now you're about to get knocked down over and over and over again. And I remember someone told me, I was having that mindset of, well, I can't because I can't. Someone told me, whenever you get something from God or what you believe is from God to pursue, you go, because you don't know how many obstacles are ahead of you, and you don't know how many different ways you're going to be delayed. So why wait? So it's a decision, right? It's a decision. It's not about, once I discovered what my purpose was, it's not like I quit my jobs overnight. No, I stayed where I was getting poured into, because those places were the stepping stones. Okay. They're the stepping stones, and every place has a lesson for you to learn, for you to become that person. You will be a reward to someone, not everyone, but to someone. You're not called to everyone. This is why we have different people on the earth to do different things. You will not be able to reach everyone, but you're not supposed to. So the key is to be focused on the people that you are called to, okay? And not get distracted and upset about all the other people who refuse to listen or refuse to acknowledge you, okay? They are not your assignment. You have to know who you're assigned to. And the third benefit is proof. proof that your life counts. Everybody has value in the sight of God. Everybody has value. Not everybody is living a purposeful life. In fact, most people are living a dead life. They are living an empty life. They are living a purposeless life because they refuse to accept their assignment, to accept their purpose. They're not even concerned with it. Okay. And so the difference in people is what you pursue. I'm going to be different from a person who doesn't believe that they were put here on purpose. We're going to have two completely different lifestyles. Okay. So your difference is the purpose you decide to pursue. Okay. Now, with everything comes consequences. So once again, I said nobody great has had it easy. If you want to be great, you should count on it being hard. Okay. And when things are easy, accept it and be happy, but be surprised because most of the time you're going to run into issue. There's consequences to pursuing your purpose. The reason why I'm telling you this is because I don't want you to think that, okay, I'm running into issues. Maybe this isn't my purpose. No, that's a part of the plan. Part of the plan is to challenge you so that you can overcome and deal with what's ahead of you. An uncommon enemy will arise. With no Goliath, there is no David. With no Goliath, there is no King David. So think of it this way. The enemies that you will encounter in the beginning stages are nothing like the enemies that you will encounter later on. You have to learn how to conquer the little enemies on the way, because the person that you need to be in the future will not, you're going to have to deal with some real haters. A lot of people think they have haters now. They don't know what hate is once you get into the center of your assignment. So you have to be prepared. So once you decide to pursue your purpose, don't be surprised when all of a sudden the whole world turns against you. Okay. And then a lot of people start turning to God and they're crying and they're wondering why. It's because you decided to pursue your purpose. Number 2, family problems. Your family will not understand your assignment and purpose. They're used to you being the person you used to be, the person they always knew. As soon as you start talking about something else and being something special, it's going to be threatening for them. They don't understand it. It's not for them to understand. There has never been another you. It's not their responsibility to even support what you're doing. So don't expect that either. Your family will continually try to humble you, no matter what you do in life. Okay, I'm a living witness of this. No matter what you do in life, and I gave a talk the other day to the CCC when I said, what will you do when you post your greatest life achievement on Facebook and nobody claps? Nobody claps. Nobody likes. Because there is a point in life where you rise to a certain level that it is threatening to people and they want to humble you. Oh, remember when you used to be so fat? Oh, you remember when you used to do this and you used to, you were so goofy. Oh, you were so dumb. This is what they try to bring you back to because they can't handle where you're going. Even friends will try to do this. They will try to humble you and tell you how bad you used to be because they see how you've risen. This is what people do naturally when they encounter someone that threatens them personally. Okay. You don't know how many insecure people you have in your life until you start pursuing your purpose. And you will expect your relatives to understand and support your assignment and purpose, but they may not. Some will, some won't. That's fine. It's not their responsibility. The only thing you're responsible for is following what's laid out for you, following the path. As Reggie was saying earlier, It's not your responsibility. It's none of your business what they're thinking about and talking about you. There's family members that will turn against you, that will talk against you. You've never done anything to them your entire life, but they'll turn against you because they're threatened. They're not going to stop anything. Focus on what you're supposed to do. The third consequence is lost relationships. Relationships are lost due to misinterpretation of your purpose, and no one will be more excited about it than you. No one will be more excited. So don't expect, and I think that was one of the first lessons that I learned when I was pursuing my purpose. I expected people to celebrate, but they didn't. That hurt. It really hurt. And the thing is, you have to understand that people have their own problems. They have their own things that they're focused on. Most people don't know how to celebrate anybody else because they didn't come from that. They come from dysfunction. They come from jealousy, envy. They come from a lot of things, and they don't even know how. So you know what I started to do in my family? I started to celebrate everything, celebrate everyone. Everybody's birthday gets a celebration at my house. Every great thing somebody does gets a cheer from me. I teach my family how to celebrate so that when I need to be celebrated, they know what to do. Teach people how to celebrate you by showing example. Celebrate them. They will think something's wrong. Celebrate them. Start celebrating everybody. Show them that support even though they're not showing it to you. They don't know how to. Okay. Here's 4 decisions that you have to make concerning your purpose, and we're almost done. 4 key decisions concerning your purpose. Number 1, the decision to be motivated. It's a decision to be motivated. You will not be motivated all the time. It's impossible. But one of the ways that you can increase your motivation is by giving yourself deadlines. Now, when it comes to your purpose, you're going to have to adjust a lot to life. Never give up, adjust. But what I've learned that works for me very well is to give myself deadlines. You cannot, lack motivation when you have a deadline coming up. So mentally, when I give myself a deadline, it makes me raise my standard. So make the decision to be motivated. Number 2, the decision to find a mentor. The way that I changed in life is the mentors I decided to pursue. Once I realized that I had a purpose, I scheduled sitting down with different mentors, anybody that could give me a chance and give me their ear or give me some words of wisdom. I would take them out for a dinner, a coffee, whatever I could do just for them to sow some wisdom into me. Okay. Whatever you want to happen, you have to schedule it. Mentor is not going to pursue you. You have to pursue them. Just a side note on mentorship. You can choose a mentor. It doesn't mean that they've chosen you. Your true mentor is a person who's also chosen you back. You can want a lot of people to mentor you. Your mentor has to choose you back and see that you are good soil, and they want to nurture that. Okay, that is your true mentor. Number 3, the decision to change your circle. And I'll answer that over and over and over again. I give myself every 18 months to be in a new circle because I'm going to outgrow everyone in my circle around that time because I'm always pursuing a higher level. Of course, there's some people in my life that still are here and sticking around, kicking around, and we're still partners and all that stuff. But I'm talking about my general circle, the people I network with. That is going to have to be leveled up as you level up. And this whole thing is about leveling up. You are not going to arrive at your purpose the same. You have to change. Your circle has to change. Iron sharpens iron. You have to get around people who sharpen you. If the people in your life stop sharpening you, it's time for a new circle. Here's one thing as my rule of thumb. if you are the smartest person you know, you're in the wrong circle. So you need to get around people who are smarter than you. And 4, the decision to put in the time. Every time you say yes to one thing, you have to say no to another. So when you say yes to your purpose, that means you have to say no to something else in your life. Maybe you have classes going on, you have this, you have that, and all of these different things. You have to switch out, right? Everybody gets the same amount of time in life. They don't have the same amount of circumstances or the same amount of problems, but you are in control of where you spend your time. So make your decision carefully. Time is gold. Okay. Everything that we do is in an exchange of time. So make sure that you are purposefully putting your purpose on your calendar. Okay.